I switched to wet cleaning, first of all, because the air quality on my store was pretty bad. And actually, my wife got pregnant, and I was thinking, and I have to think something really fast to make it. So I decided to change to wet cleaning because I get a lot of information from Turi and different, organizations, websites, newspapers, and I start doing piece by piece, and I ended up doing 100% wet cleaning today. Okay, I'm going to show you how we're going to do this processing. I have silk, wool, wool pants, scarf, cashmere. We have silk, jackets, blouse. And my machine is a Wascomat, but it's only a 40 pound. So in a 40 pounds machine, we never put the 40 pounds. We have to go half is the maximum you can go, which is 20 pounds, right? So I've been doing a lot of research, and doing it by myself, and I find out I have to go a little bit less than the 20 pounds to get the exact quality on the clothes. So we putting about 15 to 17, sometimes 18 pounds. But you need to know also when the clothes get wet, it's going to get a double. Okay? So in a 40-pound machine, I recommend to do it max 18. If you don't have any option, you can still do it by 20 pounds, adding more detergent and conditioner when you do the processing. Okay? This is the computer for the wash machine. So we have already the program inside. It's a number 18, which I have in me. You can have it in any number. So we're going to start. I'm just going to start adding the detergent, and then I'm going to show you how the pumps work, okay? So we put about 3 ounces of detergent for 17 to 18 pounds, or 20. We start the machine, and the whole processing, just the washing, it takes about 17 to 18 minutes max. Okay? You just wash the clothes for about 3 minutes, and then another 3 minutes to rinse. Okay? And always the detergent has to be before the water. If the water go first and then you put the detergent, then you're gonna have a lot of complaints. Okay?
What about temperature?
The temperature is about, everybody recommends a different type of temperature for all the depends the detergent, but the normal is about max 78, I recommend. So I go to 78 only if I have like a oil spot, grease, paint, pen marks. Then I go to 78. If not, I just clean it 65, 70, but I don't go over that.
How long have you had that machine?
I had this machine about 7 years, I believe, and I didn't know this machine does wet cleaning.
Yeah.
And I was doing wet cleaning, well, I started doing wet cleaning with just a regular machine, like a 2-3 pens at the time. And one day Brian from Nalo came here and said, "Joon, you have this machine, why are you doing that?" And I was using just regular detergent, which Brian introduced me to those 6 products. So you have sizing, degreaser, khaki clean, softener, soften bright, and power bright. So you need to get all those 6 detergents to clean everything. Okay, you can clean silk, wool, leather, wedding gowns, everything. It's no exception. If you know how to do it, you can use those products. It's gonna take though a little bit time to learn, right?
So depending on what you have, you put in different
No, most of the time when I cleaning, use pour bright softener and sometimes different detergent. Those detergents are new, so that's why I'm trying on it. But I was using Lane Lock product every day. Okay. Because with those products you don't need to be worried. The pump is installed, so you just push the button, start the machine, and you can start doing something else.
So you're manually adding the detergents?
If I go over pound of what I have in here, and I feel a little bit worried, I have to add a little bit more detergent or softener to control or to prevent all the shrinkage on the clothes. Yes. So you can add water also too if you need, because if you go 20 pounds, you're gonna need more water. So you need to know how much water you're gonna need, plus how many more ounces of detergent you have to use. You know.
Yeah, but I was just wondering because the new ones you talked about, that he's actually pouring in.
Yeah, that's the first, I'm
you do that before you
doing
do
those.
the pump.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So this is just detergent and sizing, which is the same thing.
Okay.
Just it's a different brand. That's new, so that's why I'm trying to use it too. But those detergents are no problem at all. Plus, if you need any help about wet cleaning, you always have Brian from Laylot. He's always with you. Anytime you call him, he say, okay, we set up a day, and he goes and teach you how to run the machine, what do you need to have, and then you go through like KMK cleaners, right?
Ryan's been a great help to us. He's been handling quite a bit. Yeah.
How about the cost of the detergent? How do you find that?
The detergent, about a drum of detergent is about 6 gallons. So it's about 120 and up to 300.
Right.
Okay, so all the detergent works fine. If you know how to use it, you need to know how to use it. Because some people say, oh no, this detergent is not good. No, you need to know how to use it. You need to know how much ounces of detergent you have to put, and then the program from the equipment, the RPMs, the extraction, and the water level.
So do you do different cycles for like, if you have heavier wool clothes than you would if you had all silk?
Actually, if I have like a heavy wool coat, the long one is heavy, right?
Yeah.
So I can't put more than 5 because it's gonna.
Too
So
much
that's
space.
why I'm using 17, about an average of 17 to 18 pounds to clean it.
I just mean with like RPMs and stuff.
RPM is how fast is
But I mean,
tumbling.
do you do different cycles with different RPMs for different durability of clothes?
It's already on the program.
Yes.
You can set up a program because every cleaners is different. Because I'm doing it, maybe somebody else have to do it, but a different way.
Yeah.
Because maybe the clothes is different, maybe the water is different, all those type of things. It's not just putting on the water and. So wet cleaning is wet cleaning. If you're going to use a regular method to clean, that means it's laundry. So don't
Right.
involve wet cleaning with laundry because it's a totally different thing. It's like I say, dry cleaning and laundry. So it's the same thing.
We found that when we had it at 500
The washing cycle is done. It was about for 180 seconds, which is 3 minutes. So now drain the water, and it's tumbling the clothes to get a little bit less water and take the detergent out from the clothes. So the work is done by the detergent and the RPM of the machine. Okay, the tumbling. So now I'm going to add sizing, which is sizing a conditioner. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to show 2 ways. Just flush water because I put the conditioner sizing. And actually, I did this like 30 minutes ago. You know, still a little bit wet, but it doesn't look it was washed. So you can feel it, touch it. It's still a little bit, you know, with moisture. Okay, has lining, wool.
Oh, it's softer.
Oh, it's your-
Yeah,
Softer.
it have wool, corduroy. You see, you can smell it. It's no,
It smells good.
and all the detergents are biodegradable. So, anytime. See, Pip? So it's not the only equipment you can do wet cleaning. You have a lot of different brands at the market. So you know, you always have to ask. If you don't know, just ask. Somebody hopefully is gonna help you to choose the right equipment and all those types you need.
Yes. To tell them about what you told me, what made me really excited that you did this, and I work in Westwood, and
Oh.
we have a hazmat bylaw, and we used to, and if you store 50 gallons or 25 pounds, you were required to register with the Board of Health and get an inspection. And so, obviously, I came here to do every other year an inspection, and so when he told me, I sent him a letter to renew, and he called me and said, I don't have any toxics anymore. And so we talked about this, and he said the thing that really impressed him was when he looked at the water,
Yes.
right? He did dry cleaning, and he was doing experiments with wet cleaning, and he soaked something in water,
Yeah.
and the water was completely black. And that was after it was dry cleaned. And so that was one of the things that convinced him he really
Yeah.
needed to pursue this.
You
So,
can see it, or you can. Sometimes you smell it. Sometimes you don't.
right.
But the thing is, you know, the perc is, they recycle the perc all the time. We use it on the dry cleaning machine. So it goes to the cooking tank and then recycles the perc and goes clean. That's what they say, and that's what we've been using for a long time. But the thing is, we don't know if it, how we're gonna know if it's still on the clothes or no. So everybody was telling me, you know, no, it's fine, it's fine. But something wasn't very comfortable by doing this every single day. And I get an article and say, try to put, you know, the wet cleaning clothes soaking in water and the dry cleaning one soaking in just the leg of the pants. And I take it out and the water was gray to black and the wet cleaning was still clear like any water, the regular water. So that means it's a lot of things. We don't know and we still have it on it.
Right there, right. That was right there.
Yeah, you know, wet cleaning being for a long time. Some people started earlier, some people started and they didn't go through the 100%, so they give up and go back to the old, you know, processing system. But I mean, if you find the right chemistry for your dry cleaning, you're not gonna have a problem. I don't think. Well, I've been doing this already, you know, just Turi, Brian, helping me for like a year, and the other year was just experiments by myself. And I've been calling Linda and say, Linda, I need some help to get, you know, any organization to help me about the green cleaning. And she did. She contacted Turi, and then I get in touch with Joy and Ash, and she was helping me too. So everywhere you go, and if you call any organization or you go to the town of Bottle Help, I believe they're gonna help you because it's something good for you, the town, and the people who live there. Okay? And the biggest change on my store was the air quality. As soon as you take the perc machine or hydrocarbon machine out of your store, the next day you feel different. You'll be happy to work every single day. Okay?
I
Yes.
agree, 100%. It's like night and day.
So it's not just go and the wet cleaning seminar and say, oh, is this real or what? But I mean, people, you have a 50-50. It's on you. I show you this work, this really work. I never have a complaint. Hopefully,
Never will.
never will. But, always you have a challenge, So to know more about the processing is up to you. You have to go through, you have to use it, you have to try, because you're not gonna get a customer clothes and do experiments, Just go to Salvation Army, get some clothes, okay? Clean it, try, do everything you want, and then return it. That's what Brian teach me.
Salvation Army.
So that way you're going to be safe no matter what you clean. So now it's drained, now it's going to the extraction cycle, which is very important. If you go, you can extract from 500 to 1200 RPM, okay? 500 RPM to 1200 RPM. So you need to find out what you really need for your customer clothes, okay? Because somebody is doing it for 800, you may have to change for 700, or you may have to go a little bit over, or it depends on the equipment you use, right? Okay,
Yeah.
Michael?
That's true.
So that makes a lot of difference. Why? Because when you do high extractions, it takes the water faster, okay? So when the water goes faster, has to be in short time. If you go over a minute, the clothes start shrinking, okay? So you can cheat. In dry cleaning, in the perc machine, you can cheat, but in wet cleaning, if you cheat, you have trouble. So I have my RPMs to 930, and it goes about 940 to 945. So everybody say, oh, how can you do that? No. You can do that if you have the right chemistry, okay? Anybody can do it. So it's about 30 to 40 seconds doing a regular extraction, which is about 500 to 600. And then you have another 20 seconds left, which is for 900 or 940, all depends what you want to do. So the whole processing for the cleaning processing, it was about 16 to 18 minutes max, okay? So now when we take it from the washer, we put it in the dryer. The dryer has to be a moisture control dryer because you really need to let some moisture on the pants. If you dry 100%, it may shrink, okay?
So how much moisture content do you have in the bottle? Depends on
It depends how you do the processing. It depends how familiar you are with the clothes, okay? You see, we clean it with water, right? And it doesn't have any wrinklish or, You see? It's no water dripping. Okay? So you should shake the clothes, put it on the dryer. The wool coat. Same thing. Okay? It looks bad, right? That was a silk blouse and rayon. But you can see the jackets, you don't have to be worried. Even the silk. The silks look with a lot of wrinkles and shrinkage because the water is still on the material, okay? So as soon as it dries, 80 to 90%, it's gonna take the same shape because you've been using the right detergent and conditioner.
Sure, I have one question.
Yes.
Some of them delicate fabric like silk, rayon, right? So very fine material.
Yeah.
Cleaning with a heavier garment, sometimes they get a crack. Is it
The crack is because maybe the detergent wasn't
right amount?
right amount of detergent, or the RPM was a little bit strong than what it used to be.
So it's nothing to do with the garment, the weight of the garment.
No. If you have, let's say if you have like a crack silks, rayon, this is silk,
Yeah.
right? This is rayon. Then I have another one black. That's why I put all different type of silk and rayon.
You know, like blended material, the one is the silk with the cotton, like
Yes.
lighter cotton.
Well, on things like that, you can use, you have another product to use. If you think it's going to bleed or get cracked,
Yeah.
you have another product called fine texture, okay? So you add about an ounce or 2 ounces in the washing cycle, and you don't have that problem. Actually, somebody,
with the regular detergent.
yeah, no, with the
No.
If
Brian,
you're
can you
concerned about-
explain-
If you're concerned about dye crock, that's called
Yeah.
dye crocking.
Yeah.
It looks like electricity hit the fabric.
Yeah, exactly.
So you want to be careful with your mechanical action on some of your silks. Right? So you want to make sure that's in a safe environment. So you do a hand wash and make sure you use acid-based detergent.
Yeah.
Very important. And put enough conditioner in with the detergent so that dye migration doesn't leave those areas. Okay? If you do have some instances, there's a product called Fine Replenish that will help restore that. And that could happen in many different, your dark colored jeans could also, that could also take place. But if you're careful with it, that won't happen. You must be very careful with powdered silks. Okay, they're treated with a powdered dye. And they can lose their brilliance in any type of chemistry, whether it be water, hydrocarbon, green earth, whatever it is you choose to clean it. They could lose their dye and their brightness. Okay, so you want to test before you get into a certain situation like that. And when you know the fabrics and you know those things, you limit, no issues with it whatsoever.
Okay, now we're going to run the dryer. The dry for the wet cleaning has a moisture control. So what you have to dry the clothes between 10 to 15% of moisture. So that means it's going to dry the clothes, but it's going to leave about 15% of moisture on the clothes, okay? So this processing is about 12 to 15 minutes. So it's about to clean this, it's gonna take you about 38 to 48 minutes. So that means it's faster than regular dry cleaning. So people think, oh, it takes you forever. No. Plus, you have to have the tension equipment, which you really need to get your work done faster. So that way, you're never gonna have a problem. So people sometimes think over drying the clothes is, dangerous. It is dangerous, but if you know how to do it, you're not gonna do a perfect job work one day to another. So it's gonna take you some time to learn, right, Brian?
What's the most important thing? Getting into trouble, we all get into
Yeah.
trouble. Knowing how to get out of that problem.
It's not just watching, you have to try it, okay? If you try it and then you can't find the formula, you need to call somebody who can help you to do that. Like Brian, I've been doing laundry with my own wool pants, and I was shocked. They say, oh, I ruined my pants. So one day Brian comes and he gave me a chemistry, I'm start from there, and today I'm doing 100% wet cleaning.
When I first met Joon, he was working hard in his family. He was sending a lot of pieces out to be dry cleaned because he was washing, laundering, and on the verge of wet cleaning some of the items. wasn't certain about it. He wasn't sure of himself, so he was sending it out. And he was here till midnight. Now he's going home 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, sometimes.
Happier. He's not as tired
Well,
as he once
now
was.
we have this on the dryer machine. We're going to put the sweater, okay? Cashmere sweater, silk sweater, cotton. Again, we can put silk again. I'm going to turn on the pumps. He was asking me how the pumps work. Well, the pumps are all set up. You have to, you know, program the pumps with the computer. Then you put that on the memory, you give it a number, so that number is the program you're going to use for wool, okay? So we're going to start. So you can see I'm not adding any detergent, conditioner. It goes all by itself. See, the pumps start moving, and they know how much detergent needs. Okay. Anytime you feel worried about something is there, and you think it's going to shrink or it's going to bleed or something, then you can add a little bit of fine texture, or you can add conditioner or more detergent. Depends on what you're going to clean, okay? The RPM on the sweaters are different than the regular wool program, okay? So it takes about the same, 18 minutes. So the dryer has to get done by when the washing processing is done too. So when I take this, I put this. So when I keep doing that and I can clean all day long without no problems. And in wet cleaning, white comes whiter than perc or hydrocarbon, okay? It comes, if it's white, it's going to come white. It's not gonna come cream or gray, okay? So you don't have problems with those two.
Is that cashmere?
Yes. All cashmere, wool, silk, and some cottons too.
Popular machine that you recommend? Something
Mila Dipso,
Mila?
Wascomat. Yeah, no, Wascomat, Dipso.
And it takes another 9, well, this is going to take about 9 minutes, and then you have the same result I just showed you a few minutes ago.